Hey everyone, HO Scale Railroad here, and today I have a huge HO Scale update. I'm pretty much going to be talking about all my locomotives and rolling stock, and also about all my track. I also got a huge deal on my track that I think you'll find pretty interesting. So without any further babbling, let's get into the locomotive portion of this update. I really can't say much about this locomotive. It doesn't really work well with the Bachmann. I'm pretty sure it's an F unit. It shorts out the railroad every time I put it on, so I really can't use it, so there's really not much to say about it. This is a Lifelike. I'm pretty sure it's a GP38-2 Santa Fe war bonnet. It's an okay runner. It's very noisy, and it's somewhat unusable. The motor gets very hot very fast. It's probably because I'm using it on a DCC system. It's missing a little panel right there. The front paint is smeared and somewhat scraped away. The sidebars are coming off and are cracked. It's really not my favorite engine, but it'll do for now. This is my Norfolk Southern GP50 High Hud by Bachmann. It's a DCC equipped locomotive. There is no sound, but you can't control the lights. It has Bachmann Mark II knuckle couplers. It's pretty detailed for Bachmann. I'm pretty sure it's Bachmann standard line, number 6558. This came with my Bachmann Easy Command DCC system, and we'll get into that a little bit later. This is my Walthers EMD F40PH Metro locomotive, number 163. My parents bought this for me when I was getting into HO, which is only a few weeks ago. It's an awesome runner. It's very quiet, it's very smooth, it's pretty detailed. You have to hand separately add a lot of separately applied details to the trucks, and there's some bar that goes there. I forgot what it's called, but you have to glue that in. You also have to glue the plow in. It's got knuckle couplers, and I plan on getting DCC and sound for this locomotive in the future. Okay, now that we're done with the locomotives, let's move into the rolling stock. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that at all, but I forgot what this car is called. Hopper car? There, that's a hopper car. Again, horn hook couplers. I plan on swapping those out in the future. Here's your standard Bachmann tank car. It's in pretty rough shape. I do not plan on really restoring this car at all, even with knuckle couplers. It's doesn't run great, it derails a lot, and it really doesn't look that good anyway. This is a Bachmann Erie Lackawanna. I'm going to assume it's a 50-foot box car. It's a cushioned car. Again, not the most detailed. Horn hook couplers. All this stuff is horn hook couplers except for the Athearn cars that I'm going to get into in a minute. I don't even know what this car is. It's an old box car, of course, but it says the Katie on it. There's no identification on it. So it's either Lifelike, Bachmann. I don't really know what it is. It's not my favorite. The doors are gone. I don't really plan on using this car at all. This is an Athearn Snickers box car. It's a 40-foot box car that came in a kit. I have the kit boxes right here. I bought these for $12 at a hobby store in San Diego last weekend, and they run very nice. They're very nice runners. They have awesome wheels. They're all metal wheels. The knuckle couplers. These are supposed to be horn hook couplers, but whoever built them swapped them with knuckle couplers. This is another 40-foot box car, again by Athearn. It's a Morrell Meats box car with knuckle couplers. Again, very nice runner. I love it a lot. This is my last 40-foot box car by Athearn that I picked up in San Diego. It's a Swift Premium Ham box car. Again, it's just like the other ones. It's pretty cool. This is a Model Power gondola car. It says recycled steel on it. I thought that was really cool. It's got knuckle couplers. I got this for $10 off of eBay. Okay, now that we're done with the locomotive and rolling stock, let's move on to the track. I got all this track at the flea market at the Rose Bowl. I'd say like 2 weeks ago, I think. It was all in its original packaging, and at first I thought the guy was selling them individually because they still had the original price marking on them. But he was selling the whole box of track for $20. I got 3 switches, 10 straight pieces, 20 18 radius curves. No, not 20. Well, I don't remember how many, but they're all 18 radius curves. And the rest of it's in there. There was some Kato Unitrack and N-Scale, and some Atlas track. I think I'll be putting this on eBay in a little while. It's code 83 nickel silver rail, 24 radius. No rail joiners for $5. That was in there. He was actually selling, this whole box was full of Atlas and Bachmann track, and he was asking $20 for the whole thing, and it was all in its original casing like this one. It was a really great deal. Best deal I ever got in model railroading. Most recent thing I bought was this Bachmann Easy Command control center. It's basically, for those of you who don't know, it's a DCC system that comes with a DCC equipped locomotive. At least the one that I got is. I got it for about $120. And I'm going to show you how it runs. When you plug it in, you'll see that there are 3 lights. One by the stop button, one by the direction button, and one by the number 1 button. You control each engine or locomotive individually by these buttons. You program them to whichever button. Each locomotive comes factory defaulted program number 3, and I programmed my GP50 to number 1. You can also run an analog locomotive when you press number 10. So right now I run 1 DCC engine and 1 analog engine. Okay, so like I said, with a DCC system, you can control each locomotive individually from each other. The Metro is an analog locomotive, so it makes a buzzing noise. I wouldn't really recommend running an analog on a DCC system for too long because it might damage the motor. But like I said earlier, I do plan on getting a DCC decoder with sound for it, but I think before I go with sound, I'll just get a regular DCC decoder for it, just because it's a lot cheaper and it's an easier installation. Norfolk Southern High Hood comes DCC equipped, and you can control the lighting when you press the function button. The light by the number 1 button will flash, and when you press number 10, the lights come on. So I'm going to demonstrate what DCC means. It means you can control each engine individually from each other without wiring, without doing a whole lot of complicated wiring. Okay, like I said, DCC means you can control each engine individually from each other. And basically what that means is this. You can have one engine going forward while the other engine sits idling there. Or of course, vice versa with the analog locomotive. Okay, now there's just one more thing to go over, and that's future plans. What I have planned for the future is I'm going to buy another Metro locomotive. Now unfortunately, the problem with that is the only Metro locomotive they offer right now is 163. Walthers used to make 124, but I haven't seen that in a while. From what I hear, it hasn't been made in years. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be buying another Metro locomotive that comes with a Walthers Metro cab car. I'll be getting that for about $60 if it goes through. I'm really hoping it does. So that's what's going on with the Metro. Really nothing going on with the Norfolk Southern or any of these. But what I do plan on doing is buying a Norfolk and Western Class J number 611 with 3 passenger cars. It actually comes in a set called the Cavalier, I believe. It's by Bachmann. The engine is DCC equipped with no sound, just lighting. But it comes with a wider curve radius, so I plan on swapping the curves out that I have with those, and possibly doing some double tracking in the near future. So that just about wraps it up. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.